If you ever find out yourself in a relationship that feel like a cycle, whatever you chase love, fear abandonment, or struggling with emotional connections, you're not alone. Most of us weren't taught how to form a healthy relationship. Instead, we learned attachment styles based on our early experience, and this pattern follow us into the adulthood. But here's the truth. Healing your attachment style is not based on finding a right partner. It's basically about becoming the right person for the healthy relationship. Most of the people is breaking up and immediately look for the someone new to fill their void by jumping into the another relationship before healing only makes this worse. In today's video, we're gonna dive into the attachment styles, why they shape the way you love, and how to actually heal the attachment styles, how to build secure, fulfilling relationship. Grab a notebook because we're going deep and let's get started. Before we talk about the healing, let's break down what the attachment style actually are. Attachment styles develop in the childhood based on how our caregiver responds to our needs. They shape how we connect with others, how we handle intimacy, and how we deal with the conflict. There's 4 attachment styles and each has unique behavior and thought patterns that influence relationships. So first one is a secure attachment style is a healthy foundation. People with a secure attachment style experience consistent love and emotional support growing up. Their caregivers were responsive to their needs, which helped develop a deep sense of trust in a relationship. As a result, they feel comfortable with intimacy and independence, express their needs and emotions openly, navigate conflict with honesty and respect. They trust their partner without excessive anxiety and avoidance. If you have a secure attachment style, you likely enjoy stable and fulfilling relationship. The good news is you can develop secure attachment style through healing. Second attachment style is an anxious attachment, the fear of abandonment. Anxious attachment often develops from inconsistent caregiving. Sometimes their needs were not met, but other times they were ignored. This inconsistency leads to deep insecurity and a constant fear of abandonment. People with anxious attachment crave closeness and constant reassurance. This inconsistency leads to the deep insecurity and constant fear of abandonment. People with anxious attachment crave closeness and constant reassurance, overanalyze their partner actions, fearing rejection, struggle with setting healthy boundaries, experience intense emotions, and may feel too much in a relationship. This attachment style makes it hard to feel secure in a love because its constant fear of losing someone can trigger self-sabotaging behavior. So the third attachment style is avoidant attachment. This attachment style have a fear of intimacy. Avoidant attachment develops when caregivers were emotionally unavailable or discouraged vulnerability. As the children, they learned that expressing emotions often led to dismissal or neglect, so they adopted by shutting down emotionally. People with avoidant attachment feel uncomfortable with deep emotional connection, prioritize independence and may push people, struggle to express their needs and emotions, feel trapped in a relationship and may avoid commitment. Avoidants often come across as a self-sufficient, but underneath they fear dependency and vulnerability. So the last attachment style is disorganized attachment style, the inner conflict. Disorganized attachment is a combination of anxious and avoidant traits. It often results from a childhood trauma where love and fear were tangled. People with disorganized attachment style crave connection but fear getting too close, experience intense emotional high and lows, struggle with the trust and may push people away even they desire closeness, have difficulty regulating their emotions, leading to unpredictable relationship behavior. Disorganized attachment styles often leads to chaotic relationships due to their internal conflict between wanting intimacy and fearing of it. Understanding your attachment style is the first step of healing. Once you identify your patterns, you can begin working to change them. One of the biggest mistakes people make after the breakup is immediately looking for another relationship to fill their emptiness. But healing doesn't happen by distracting yourself. It's happening by facing yourself, facing your pain, facing your emotions. Solitude is not the loneliness. It's a necessary step to breaking unhealthy patterns and understand who you are outside of your relationship. When we constantly in a relationship, we often lose touch with ourselves. We forget what it's like just be without influence or validation of someone else. Solitude gives us the opportunity to observe our emotional triggers without reacting to them. Recognize unhealthy patterns that we may have repeated in a past relationship, build self-trust and emotional security. Being alone often feels uncomfortable because many of us have used relationships to avoid dealing with our deeper wounds. The fear of being feeling alone is a direct reflection of our avoidance of confronting those internal struggles. But in solitude, we gain clarity and emotional independence, which is crucial if we ever want to build healthy relationship in the future. So now that you gained some insights into your attachment styles and understood the importance of solitude, let's explore how actively rewire your attachment style. Rewiring is not the one-time fix, but an ongoing process of changing that requires you to confront old beliefs, build new habits, and reshape how you experience love. One of the most important steps in rewiring your attachment style is learning how to self-soothe and regulate your emotions, and especially when you feel triggered. After the breakup, it's natural to seek comfort from external sources, friends, social media, or even another relationship. But constantly seeking validation from others isn't the sign that we haven't yet learned to soothe ourselves. So why do we look validation? After the breakup, we often feel emotionally raw and insecure. Our sense of self-worth is shaking and we begin doubt ourselves. We begin doubt our values. Seeking validation is a way of fill that void, to reassure ourselves that we are still loved or wanted. But this external validation is a short term and doesn't address the deeper issue or our own emotional insecurity. Instead of reaching out to others, focus on calming your nerve system. Techniques like deep breathing, journaling, mindfulness, or even physical movement can help regulate emotions and reduce the need for external reassurance. The key here is self-reliance. You need to learn to trust your ability to handle emotions and provide yourself with the comfort. Second tip is to challenge old beliefs about love. A huge part of healing involves challenging the belief that we built about love. If you grow up with the anxious attachment style, you may have developed a belief that love is always painful or people always leave. If you have an avoidance style, you might believe that intimacy equals suffocation or needing others is a weakness. Ask yourself, where did these beliefs come from? Are they based on a past experience or are they assumptions you made about love? Often these beliefs are deeply ingrained and we internalize them as a truth. But healing starts by the questioning these beliefs and replacing them with the healthier, more realistic views. For instance, instead of believing that love equals pain, you can reframe that to love is a source of joy, support, and connection. The third tip is to reparenting your inner child. Many of our attachment wounds originate in a childhood, and to heal, we need to learn to reparent ourselves. This means giving ourselves the love, care, and attention we may not have received as a child. If you experience neglect, emotional unavailability, or inconsistency in your childhood, it's crucial to speak to yourself with kindness and patience. Instead of being critical or harsh, become your own compassionate caregiver. Offer yourself the security and reassurance you may have longed for. This is how we create a sense of internal safety that will eventually translate to healthier relationship with others. Fourth tip is to build a secure relationship. Healing isn't just about doing inner work, it's about creating the right external environment. Surround yourself with the people who communicate openly, make you feel safe, and willing to show up for you emotionally. Practice vulnerability in this relationship, but only with people who have earned your trust. Being vulnerable can be scary, but it's a key to develop deeper emotional connections. And breaking free from these patterns of isolation or emotional withdrawal that often accompany insecure attachment styles. Healing your attachment style is one of the most powerful things that you can do for yourself. It means breaking free from the old patterns, building emotional security, and finally experience the kind of love that you truly deserve. If this video helped you, let me know in the comments what resonates with you, what resonates the most, and if you're on the healing journey, just know you are not alone. Until the next time, take care of yourself and keep growing.